In a quiet village nestled by the sea lived a family bound by love. It was 1918 and the air carried the scent of pine and salt. Hiroshi, a fisherman, worked tirelessly to provide for his wife, Aiko, their son, Kenji, and their youngest, 3-year-old Okiku, a girl whose laughter was like the chime of temple bells. Okiku was the heart of their home, her tiny hands always clutching something, a flower, a pebble, or her dreams. One crisp morning, Kenji, barely 12, returned from the market, his face glowing with pride. In his hands was a gift, a simple cloth doll with coal-black eyes and short, silky hair. "Okiku," he called, kneeling before his sister. Her eyes sparkled as she grabbed the doll, hugging it so tightly it seemed to breathe with her. "I'll call her Okiku, like me," she giggled, twirling around the wooden floor. Aiko watched, her smile tinged with a mother's quiet worry while Hiroshi nodded, his calloused hands pausing over his fishing nets. "Keep it safe, little one," Aiko said softly. From that day, Okiku and her doll were inseparable. To bed, to meals, to the market, wherever Okiku went, the doll followed, its stitched smile mirroring her own. But winter was cruel that year. A fever crept into the village, silent as a shadow. Okiku fell ill, her laughter fading into weak coughs. Aiko sat by her futon, wiping her brow, whispering, "You'll be fine, my love." Kenji stood by the door, clutching the doll, his heart heavy with a brother's helplessness. Okiku's tiny hand reached out, her voice a whisper. "Okiku, stay with me." That night, the lantern flickered and the house fell silent. Okiku, their light, was gone. The family was shattered. Aiko, tears staining her cheeks, placed the doll on a small shelf, turning it into a shrine for their lost girl. "This will keep her close," she said, her voice breaking. Kenji, guilt gnawing at him, whispered, "I should have done more." Hiroshi, ever stoic, said, "She's at peace now. This doll is her memory." Months passed, but the house felt hollow. Then, one night, Aiko woke to soft creaks near the shelf. Heart pounding, she tiptoed closer. The doll sat as always, but its hair, once neatly cropped, now brushed its shoulders. "Hiroshi," she gasped. "Look." He frowned, dismissing it as a trick of the light. But Kenji, curious, checked again days later. The hair had grown past the doll's waist. Trembling, he trimmed it with scissors only for it to grow again, longer and shinier. One evening, as Hiroshi reached to move the doll, the lanterns flickered wildly, casting shadows that danced like spirits. He froze. "It's her," he whispered. "Okiku's still here?" The family, now both awed and afraid, believed their daughter's spirit lived in the doll. They could not keep it in their home, where every glance stirred grief and wonder. They carried it to Menenji Temple, where the head monk, Taro, accepted it with reverence. "We will care for her," he promised, placing the doll in a glass case, surrounded by incense and prayers. Years turned to decades, and the doll became a legend. Visitors to the temple felt chills near its case. A young woman, Suki, visiting in 2024, swore she heard a whisper call her name. Turning, she saw the doll's head slightly tilted, its eyes seeming to follow her. Monks, tasked with trimming its ever-growing hair, shared hushed tales. One, an old man with kind eyes, said, "Last night, I saw it smile. Its eyes were wide open." The hair, they said, grew even now, over a century later, as if Okiku's spirit refused to fade. Today, the doll rests in Menenji Temple, a silent guardian of a little girl's love. Yumi, Aiko's great-granddaughter, visits sometimes, gazing at the doll. "Are you still here, Okiku?" she whispers. The air grows warm, and for a moment, the doll's eyes seem to glint. Outside, the wind carries a faint giggle, and the monk's chants blend with the echo of soft footsteps. Okiku's doll, they say, holds her spirit, watching, waiting, forever bound to those who loved her.